Hi all Which Bookie followers, long time no speak, but we're back for the National Hunt season, and hopefully we can have a decent enough season. It's been going alright the last month or two. I've been going okay on the daily selections over on the Which Bookie website, so if you're not following that, do go over and do so. Myself and Will Smith putting up plenty of selections for you throughout the week's cards, and I know he's put up a video and a selection for the Greatwood Hurdle on Sunday. Now I've had a look at the Paddy Power for Saturday and the Greatwood on Sunday, and to be honest, I find them head-wrecking races, and I keep on coming to the ones at the top of the market, and that's not great from an Ante-Post perspective. I'm not going to sit here and put up French Dynamite at 4-1 Ante-Post when you can probably get 9-2, 5-1, 11-2 on the day, perhaps with slightly better place terms if you're going to play that way. Instead, the Ante-Post selection that I liked for the weekend comes on the Sunday in the Sky Bet Supreme Novices Trial at 3:30. It's the race after the Greatwood, the second last race of the Sunday and second last race of the weekend as a result. Looks an open enough race. The fact that it's 3-1 the field would indicate as much. You've obviously got Springwell Bay there at the top of the market, won at Carlisle last time out. Looks a good horse by every count, but at the same stage has to go and prove it. He's won around Market Raisin in a bumper in Carlisle. Over hurdles, has to go and improve for that as well. Plains Indian is kind of seemingly the second favourite or joint favourites in some books for the Slatteries. He's also entered in the For Auction Novice Hurdle at Navan on Sunday. Are they going to take him over here when they could run at home? I'm not so sure. And also, I think his best form was last time out over 2.5, so would have to show that again, step back down in trip. Then you've got a few complete unknowns in there, really. Iberico Lord for Nicky Henderson, a French recruit, could be anything, but you're taking a bit of a chance on these types of horses, and I think there's one slightly down the list that's being well overlooked in the markets, and that is Fenner Cross, who won a course and distance maiden hurdle at the October meeting, won very impressively, won by 6.5 lengths for John McConnell. Simon Tarns rode him that day. I see no reason to suggest why Simon Tarns wouldn't ride him again on Sunday if he was to run. He's 12-1 with William Hill. He's around 10-1 on other books, but 12-1 standout with William Hill, which is what I'm going to be putting up as an each-way selection. He's currently 3 places each way Ante-Post as well. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this race, even though there's plenty of entries at the moment, it wouldn't surprise me if it cuts up into being a 6-7 runner race. It usually does so. It's usually a small runner race. It wouldn't surprise me if it did that. I see no reason to suggest why this horse won't run also on the weekend, which is something you are obviously looking from an Ante-Post selection. He won at the course in October. He seems to be ground versatile, and he has no other entries this weekend, so there's a lot to like in that regard. He did it very well. I know the race slightly cut up. The favourite didn't produce anything twin jets in that maiden hurdle, and there was a couple of horses that slipped on the turn into the straight, which made maybe the winning margin a little bit more advantageous than it may have been, but he was still well on top. He was well ahead of them, and he's well entitled to have a crack at Grade 2 company. This race, in theory, Fenner Cross probably should be coming up short in a Grade 2 novice hurdle, but I don't think there's any stars in here, unless maybe the Nicky Henderson French horse is very good, but you're taking it on trust that he's even going to run, let alone be a very, very good horse. So I think the solid option is to play Fenner Cross each way Ante-Post with William Hill, 12-1, you get 3 places each way. I think he'll run, and I think he'll run very well. Best of luck.